Good morning. I am here on site at Embedded World 2022, and joining me today is Pelle and Erik from u-blox. Pelle looks after product marketing and business development for Product Center Short Range, and Erik is Senior Product Manager for Short Range Radio. So good morning, guys. Thank you very much for joining me today.
Good morning.
So let's get going. I understand that u-blox has recently released an IoT Explorer Kit. So can you tell us about some of the features of this new kit, please?
Yeah, it's a box like this called Explorer IoT Kit, and an evaluation kit and a proof of concept kit for customers to get started with their IoT application. It has cellular connectivity, has sensors built in, has a GNSS, GPS positioning module, Bluetooth, and as well as Wi-Fi connectivity in this device. It comes pre-flashed with software that ties all these components together, and on top of that there's an application that reads the sensor connected to our u-blox ThinkStream IoT service delivery platform, where the data is captured, and there's an example code where you can develop a visualization of the sensor data that you have captured.
Sounds fantastic. So what benefits does the kit provide engineers who are looking to prototype low power IoT use cases?
Simplicity and quickest time to proof of concept, basically, because it has everything. Everything is open source, the hardware design, the component, software component that ties everything together, as well as the application. And not forget the cloud application. It's a Node-RED application example, where customers can take the data and configure it how they want, and visualize it in a cloud application.
Brilliant, fantastic.
Yeah.
And I understand that the Explorer Kit offers engineers an easy way to start working with your services offering. So can you explain what offerings are included with the kit?
In the kit we have the cloud connectivity service, MQTT Anywhere, which is a service that connects the devices into our ThinkStream IoT service delivery platform, where the data is captured. So it's an MQTT broker, but also a tool to develop your dashboards for visualization.
Yeah.
The meaning in a final product is to use our connectivity service as a means of getting data through our system into any private or open cloud, so a cloud platform that customers want to use.
Excellent. And what would you say are some of the trends driving the demand for multifunctional application boards like this new kit?
In the past we saw customers using EVKs, so one Wi-Fi EVK, one cellular EVK, and then a positioning EVK, trying to put those together, trying to figure out how the software should be optimized to give an optimal performance.
Yeah.
But we now see a trend, and also connectivity to the cloud is not easy. You have to be able, knowing the infrastructure of the cloud, the commands, the APIs, and the security, and not to forget. And this kit comes with everything, so I think there's a trend now towards more ready-to-use proof of concept platforms, where customers can product develop and get the fast time to product concepts and try out our ideas before they go into final product development.
Yeah, brilliant. And could you talk about some of the applications that are possible using this kit?
On this kit, it's preloaded now with this sensor to cloud application, reading sensors that is natively built into this. There is a environmental sensor, temperature, humidity, pressure, a light ambient sensor, gyroscope, and an accelerometer. All of those sensors are then captured by the MCU and also with a location from the GNSS device and pushed into the cloud. That is one of the preloaded applications, but there are extensions that could be made, and we have plans to do that, to connect to external sensors via Bluetooth Low Energy, to use this as a platform for our Cellocate service in the cloud, where the device can capture data from cellular towers in the neighborhood or Wi-Fi access points in the neighborhood, push that data into the cloud, and our cloud service Cellocate will then give you an approximate location of the device back to the device.
Excellent, a very exciting product. So thank you very much for introducing that to us. Okay, so now Erik from u-blox is going to demonstrate the IoT Explorer Kit for us. So take it away.
Thank you. So this is the kit that we're demonstrating. It's an Explorer kit containing Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, cellular, and also positioning with GNSS. So with this one, you can do a fast prototyping of your product. You can also use it as the reference design, as a starting point for your end product. So what we're going to show is we're going to take some sensor data from this device, we're going to send it to the cloud through our ThingStream IoT service platform, and show it on a dashboard. And everything that I show as part of the kit that you will get when you order this device. So starting off by setting up this with a Wi-Fi connection. So we set up a terminal window. We will, with some easy to use commands, we will power up the Wi-Fi module. The next thing will be to just connect to my smartphone. That will act as the Wi-Fi gateway. So we can see that the LED starts blinking here, and Wi-Fi is being brought up, and we have the connection there. Thing will be to have a look at our ThingStream IoT platform and the dashboard there, and we can see that the device here is active. It has a green dot there, and it's running as it should. Next thing now is to visualize this sensor data that's coming from the Explorer kit. We're going to visualize that in a dashboard, which is also part of the examples that we provide with the kit. So we're going to bring up a Node-RED server, right? So we're connected now to the MQTT broker, and we're going to have a new window here where we start this Node-RED flow, where we'll show that. And here we have it. And this flow, it's part of the kit. We provide it as a JSON file, so you can just load it here into your Node-RED server, and we can see that the device is connected. And we will then look at the actual dashboard to see if there's some sensor data to display. And here we actually see some live data from the kit. There is supposed to be a position here. Now we're indoors, so we don't get a GPS fix or GNSS fix, but we can see magnetometer, we can see pressure, accelerometer, humidity, and temperature. There's a battery voltage as well. So just with a few clicks and a few minutes, you're up and running with your kit, and you have your data in the cloud and on the dashboard nicely like this.
Excellent. Thank you very much for demoing that for us. So now I'd like to talk about angle of arrival. So let's talk about your Explorer kit in this area. I understand it lets users evaluate and experiment with Bluetooth 5.1 direction finding. Can you explain what that involves for us?
Well, the Bluetooth 5.1 direction finding comes in two flavors, really. Angle of departure and angle of arrival. Mm-hmm. And in this kit, we focused on the angle of arrival. And that is a technique to determine the direction to a movable object or an asset, if you like. So it contains two main parts, two main building blocks. There's an antenna board, which is the fixed point. We call it an anchor point or a locator. And then there is a tag, which is then placed on the asset that you want to track. And the tag sends out some Bluetooth 5.1 specific signals, which the antenna board can track and use to determine their direction to the tag. And by placing multiple antenna boards or these anchor points in a room like this one, for example, you can collect multiple directions to that tag and you can, with trigonometry, you can then determine the position of that tag. And we find this very exciting because that opens up for many new applications which been hard to do before. And with the Bluetooth technology, that brings not only in a vast ecosystem that is already installed in the field, but also low power inherited from the technology, Bluetooth technology, as well as high accuracy.
Okay, fantastic. So direction finding represents, as you've described, a significant step forward when it comes to precise indoor positioning capabilities. So how can your kit help unlock some of the game-changing products and services that engineers are looking to create?
Yeah, well, what we've done in this kit is that we've embedded everything that you need to get started with working with this technology. So not only the hardware, but also the firmware that is doing the calculation, the actual calculation of the angle. So it takes the raw data from the antennas and processes that and calculates the angle. We are also providing a positioning engine, as well as from our partner TracksMate, an indoor tracking platform which you can connect these kits to. So it's all good to go from when you open the box, so to say.
Brilliant.
So the user don't need to spend time on doing embedded Bluetooth programming. Instead, they can focus on their application.
An excellent feature. So can you summarize what's included in the kit for us?
Yeah, we have two kits actually. The Explorer AOA 1, that comes with one antenna board and one tag, and that's focusing on this direction finding features. So that's when you want to know in which direction an object is. And then the second kit, the Explorer AOA 2, that contains 4 antenna boards and 4 tags, as well as this positioning engine software and the TracksMate asset tracking platform. And with that, you can do asset tracking, indoor positioning, etc.
Excellent. And the kit is being used to explore many different applications, as you mentioned. So can you explain in detail what some of those are?
Yeah, well, just by putting one of these anchor points at a door or an entrance, you can and have tags on people or objects that are moving in front of that. You can determine if that person or that asset is moving towards the door, if the door should be opened, or if they're passing by and it should remain closed. Or you can determine if a specific goods or person has passed through that door or not. So that's one use case for the Explorer AOA 1 kit. You can also track people, for example, a video camera or an air purifier that follows the user. And for the Explorer AOA 2 kits, then obviously the asset tracking, indoor asset tracking use case is popular. That could be in a warehouse, keeping track of where your goods are located, or people tracking to make sure that they're not in hazardous areas in an industrial facility, for example, or in retail, etc.
Some great applications there, sort of post-COVID as well, people tracking.
Absolutely, yeah.
Sounds great. So let's talk about your standalone multi-radio modules. At the end of last year, you announced 2 modules designed to enable Amazon Web Services, cloud services for device and fleet management out of the box. So can you tell us about the features of these 2 modules?
It's 2 modules, one Wi-Fi and one cellular module that runs the AWS software to easily connect to the AWS cloud platform. It comes pre-provisioned with all the security features that is required to connect the device to the AWS cloud service. It also has a very little software API, very simple API to use. So basically, a product developer with his embedded device takes one of those modules, set up the connection to the Wi-Fi or to the cellular, and then starts a data pipe into the AWS cloud. So it's a simplified product development that should connect to AWS. That's about the features.
Okay, excellent. And for many businesses, connecting devices to the cloud remains challenging. So how do your two modules help with this challenge?
And the challenge is to know the security, to set up connections, to send data in a good way into AWS, any kind of cloud basically. The module here comes with everything preloaded, so it's just for the product developer to set up the Wi-Fi or cellular connection and then to start provide data to the cloud.
Perfect. And what benefits do these two modules bring for new entrants into the IoT space?
Yeah, it's simplicity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just as simple as that.
Yeah, it's very simple to
It's,
make any device connected to
Yeah.
to the cloud. Yes.
Yeah.
It's literally 2 commands to get connected, connect your device to the AWS services.
Wow.
So
Okay. Yeah, very, very simple then. And as you've mentioned, Pelle, security is critical for IoT applications. So can you just summarise what security capabilities the modules offer?
Yeah, it comes pre-provisioned with all the certificates that is required for the product developer to use. And then when it's being provisioned by the end customer, it's also automatically connecting all the security features into the AWS.
Brilliant. So that's a nice range of products that we've spoken about today. So thank you for your time, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your show.
thank
Thank you.
you.
Brilliant, thank you.
For having us.